Hello everyone, let us discuss about acute pancreatitis today. As the name says, pancreatitis means the inflammation of the pancreatic parenchyma. It is reversible pancreatic parenchymal injury. Reversible, that means glands can return to normal if the underlying cause is removed. But in chronic condition, there is irreversible loss of exocrine pancreatic parenchyma. That means the gland cannot function as it used to even after the underlying cause is removed. Talking about its etiopathogenesis, it basically has 5 etiological causes, which are mechanical, metabolic, infectious, vascular, and genetic. In mechanical, we have trauma, iatrogenic injury, operative injury, gallstones, endoscopic procedure with dye injection. So, here this iatrogenic injury indicates the injury caused during performing medical treatment. Next one is metabolic, which includes alcoholism, hypercalcemia, hyperlipoproteinemia, and drugs. Drugs like azathioprine causes acute pancreatitis. In infectious, we have mumps, and in vascular, we have shock, vasculitis, and atheroembolism. So in atheroembolism, there is release of cholesterol crystals from the ruptured atherosclerotic plaque in a large artery, resulting in embolization. So the atherosclerotic plaque is ruptured, which releases the particles or the crystal of cholesterol, which then accumulates in the large artery and results into the emboli formation. And the last one is genetic, which includes mutation in cationic trypsinogen and trypsin inhibitor. Now let's go to its pathogenesis. Basically, there are 3 pathways, which includes ductal obstruction, acinar cell injury, and defective intracellular transport. First, let's discuss about ductal obstruction. So, ductal obstruction is mainly caused by cholelithiasis, ampullary obstruction, chronic alcoholism, and ductal concretions. Cholelithiasis is the chronic form of gallstones. So due to this obstruction, there is intestinal edema. As we already know that edema leads to impaired blood flow and it leads to ischemia. When there is ischemia, there is injury of the acinar cells and it activates enzymes. Second one is acinar cell injury, which includes which is caused by alcohol, drugs, trauma, ischemia, and virus. And there is release of intracellular proenzymes and lysosomal hydrolysis due to this. And after this, there is activation of enzymes which may be extracellular or intracellular. Then there is acinar cell injury, and which gradually leads to activations of enzyme. Last pathway is defective intracellular transport, It is caused by metabolic injury, alcohol, and duct obstruction. There is delivery of proenzymes to lysosomal compartment, and then there is activation of intracellular enzyme, and then there is Escherichia cell injury, and at the last there is activations of enzyme. So in all these three pathways we can see there is activation of enzymes. So what will happen after activation of enzymes? After the enzymes are activated, there is interstitial edema, inflammation, proteolysis, fat necrosis, and hemorrhage, which leads to acute pancreatitis. So we see here the ductal obstruction, Escherichia cell injury, defective intracellular transport. All these three pathways results into the acute pancreatitis. Now let's go to its morphology. First, let us discuss about its gross morphology. So there is red-black hemorrhage with foci of yellow chalky fat necrosis. We know that fat necrosis occurs in the area of fat destruction. So in pancreas, we can see the lesions or foci of chalky fat necrosis along with the red-black hemorrhage. Then the peritoneal cavity seems to be turbid, brown-tinged and serous, and the resolved lesions shows fibrosis and calcification. Now let's go to its microscopic features. So we have already told that it leads to edema. So microscopic feature, first one is edema, which is due to the microvascular leakage. Then there is necrosis, fat necrosis due to destruction of the fat cells. And then there is hemorrhage due to blood vessel destruction. So we can see the blood vessel destruction in the acute pancreatitis. Similarly, there is fatty acids with the presence of calcium. So it shows bluish microscopic appearance. Thank you.